Yo, it's Friday, September 19th, which means it's Apple pickup day for all of the iPhones that just released. I've already loaded up my pickup badge on my Apple Wallet, which is in a few hours, and I actually don't live in a city with an Apple store, so I literally went to grab a rental car early this morning so I can drive all the way to Ottawa to vlog the pickup for you guys. But yeah, I'm cautiously excited for the iPhone 17 Pro Max along with the new AirPods Pro 3 that I ordered because, after all, I am an Android fanboy, and I've been rotating my daily driver between the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and then the OnePlus 13, the Galaxy Z Fold 7, the Pixel 10, and now more recently, the Pixel 10 Pro XL. But with this launch, I'm literally being forced against my will, well, kind of, to switch to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which I'll talk about later in this video. But yeah, we're actually gonna be late, so let's get going to Ottawa. Alright, we have finally made it to the shopping mall with the Apple Store, and it's like 5 o'clock right now, so I'm literally 1 hour late, but hopefully I can still get my phone today because, I don't know, the lineup does look pretty big. Fenson, F-E-N-S-O-N. That you're my number one priority. Just keep giving me. Oh my god, I finally picked up my 17 Pro Max and I'm exhausted because I got there late, so I got sent to the back of the line because I wasn't priority anymore, and then I had to film some stuff, and then I got kicked out by the security guards because, you know, no filming allowed in the malls, but I got what I could anyways. And yeah, I was actually planning to do the unboxing right now because I even brought my favorite cases from my favorite sponsor TORRAS and everything, but I feel like the sun is setting and it's better to do in the studio because it'll look better and then I can post on social media as well. But right now we're at IKEA right now, and I do really want to test out the AirPods Pro 3 first because I'm really excited for the improvements, especially with comfort, ANC, and sound. So I'm gonna go in, grab something to eat because I haven't eaten anything since the Happy Meal today. And yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
You got me going into overdrive. Too busy, can you leave a message by the tone? You got me wrapped around in summertime. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm about to go in a food coma because I just devoured all of that. And yeah, I tried the new salmon hollandaise dish. Not very good. Salmon was overcooked, hollandaise sauce is broken, don't get that. But Swedish meatballs are always good. But anyways, I've been binge watching AirPod 3 reviews, so let's go ahead and unbox ours.
Cause you're on my mind, jump on it. Put 'em up, come and show me. I guess we'll never know.
Oh, they're very different shaped. Wow. Damn. Holy. Noise cancellation is insane. Oh my god. Okay, these ear tips are not as memory foam as I thought. They're still pretty like silicone-like, but the fit is insane. The noise cancellation, oh my god, it's actually really good. And literally does not fall out at all. Crazy. All right, we can now finally test transparency mode for the first time as well. So, oh, super clicky button, and oh, it's even better. Oh my god. No, okay, I think the biggest difference is your own voice. It sounds a lot more natural and less, actually no, it still sounds a touch artificial, but pretty good, pretty good. Alright, I just played a few songs and I like it, honestly, yeah. The sub-bass extension is definitely a lot better, the mid-bass is hitting a lot more, I can definitely see the soundstage is a bit wider, but like, yeah, I can see why people don't like this as well because it's not as neutral sounding as the AirPods Pro 2, but if I'm not at home listening to headphones analytically, like on my audiophile setup, honestly, I would definitely prefer this. But yeah, I need to listen to this a lot more in the studio and test a lot more, so I might do a review on these, I think. That would be really fun. But yeah, I'll catch you guys at home. Alright, hello, it is the next day and I've been dying to unbox this, but yeah, I got home at like 1 a.m. last night, so I just went to bed and I had to run some errands with the car, not to mention return it. But now that we're back, we can finally unbox the thing, so let's go. Alright, now that we've unboxed our shiny new iPhone 17 Pro Max, which did cost me a pretty penny, the first thing I always do, and I mean always, is put on a screen protector immediately and a nice case, because there's no way I'm risking any sort of damage to this new phone, even if the new ceramic shield is really good. And that's where my favorite sponsor of this channel, TORRAS, comes in with their amazing iPhone accessories. First up is the Orange Armor screen protector, which is literally the easiest, most foolproof installation ever, as it uses a phone tray to secure and align your phone with a simple pull tab applicator for the actual screen protector. All you need to do is slide the phone in, wipe the screen with the alcohol wipes, the included microfiber cloth, and remove any large particles of the dust stickers, attach the screen protectors to the hooks on the top, pull on the tab to remove the film, and push down the big orange slider back and forth, and voila, a perfect installation, in which this screen protector also has an amazing anti-reflective coating. But as for cases, this is where TORRAS' expertise comes in, because I've been using their cases for the longest time now through the past 3 generations of iPhones, thanks to that absolutely genius magnetic ring design. TORRAS did recently upgrade the technology in their cases though, and it's the new Ostand Q3 series of cases, which are absolutely amazing. My favorite is the orange Ostand Q3 Air to match my iPhone, and there's now an aerodynamic cushioning structure to protect the phone from 12 feet drops while still keeping the case nice and slim, not to mention the grippy anti-slip edges with those beautiful orange buttons. But back to that magnetic ring, it's just so convenient to be able to prop your phone up to catch up on videos during your lunch break without needing to attach an extra accessory to your phone. It works absolutely great to prop your phone up beside your laptop when working at coffee shops, not to mention using it as a stand for video calls too, especially with the amazing new center stage feature on that selfie camera. And as a bonus, it makes holding the phone while taking photos so much more secure, so you can get that perfect shot and easily access the camera control button, and can be used as a tripod too, so you can film your daily life with ease. Words can't describe how useful these cases are, which is why I always have them on. And if you want to grab one for yourself, including the awesome screen protector, check my links down below in the description and pinned comment. And once again, thank you so much, channel sponsor TORRAS, and let's get back to the video. Alrighty, it is now a full week later since I've unboxed this iPhone, and this was originally going to be a first impressions, but I ended up getting sick, which sucked. But I'm glad I got a full week, because I've got a lot to say, and that all starts with my absolute nightmare of setting up this phone with eSIM. So first, I was coming from daily driving the Pixel 10 Pro XL as my main phone, in which a review is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But my SIM card was in there, so in order to transfer, the new iPhone said to scan a QR code with my Pixel to transfer, but after doing that, the phone said that there were no SIM cards eligible for transfer, which is just so confusing. People told me online that there was a way to get that QR code from your provider, but I didn't have that option, so I tried converting my Pixel's physical SIM into an eSIM like my close friend John suggested, which is actually surprisingly easy with just a tap of a button. But that clearly didn't work, as I got the same no SIMs eligible message, so I tried using my Carrier's app to transfer once I discovered the option. That proceeded to have a fat error message in the app, which sucked a lot, because that meant that my Pixel had no more signal at all either. My close friend RJ also said the same exact thing happened to him with Bell, so he had to go to the store and pay, and honestly, I was just so frustrated because I wanted to go to bed. And funny enough, my other friend said that another carrier, Rogers, locked him out too for like 24 hours, and so many other people who replied to me had the same issues, in which my Instagram thread did end up getting a ton of views. I ended up contacting Bell the next day on the app's chat support, in which I had to wait for a while, and even 20 frustrating minutes later with the rep, they ended up telling me to go into the stores, and the whole ordeal took over 40 minutes with no resolution. I ended up busting over half an hour to the Bell store in the mall, where they were proudly advertising the new iPhone Pro models, and managed to get it fixed as they reset my SIM card and reactivated with with my iPhone's email number. What an absolute disaster though, which caused me not to have signal for a few days because I was busy working on other projects like building a brand new PC and I was sick, so I couldn't go to the store. And yes, I know a lot of people have really positive experiences with eSIM transfers taking just mere seconds, which is so great to hear, but there are also a lot of other people facing similar issues like me. Not to mention, I have friends who work at carriers and stores like Best Buy, and they're telling me what a nightmare it is because half their customers can't get their transfers to work properly as well, but that's probably a Canada thing with our terrible carriers, so it's up to them to fix it. And while I appreciate the extra battery we get because of a lack of a physical SIM card slot, it's honestly frustrating for a lot of creators like me who switch devices so often, and in my case, I actually do carry both an iPhone and an Android phone with me at all times, with my main SIM card being put in my Android phone because I just prefer the way Android works, using it all my life, even though I do own a MacBook as my main laptop. I actually use a very old tablet plan SIM card as my second SIM to keep in my iPhone, but because that can't be turned into an eSIM, my usual main SIM card now has to go into the iPhone as an eSIM, which means I'm basically forced back into using the iPhone as my primary phone for calls and messages, which I'm not super happy about, but we'll see how I like it down the line. Now, the weird thing is, I know the new iPhone series did get an upgraded Qualcomm modem along with a new placement of the antennas on the top of the device, but I don't know if it was like the switch to eSIM or something, but I'm getting like significantly worse signal and data reception to the point where it's just been really frustrating this week. I'm just constantly getting only 1 or 2 bars on 5G or LTE, and I can't even hotspot my laptop anymore because of the low signal, which is really impacting my life as I like to work outside of my MacBook a lot. I do live in quite a small rural city at the moment, but other phones like the Z Fold 7 and my OnePlus 13 and even my old iPhone 16 Pro Max have no issues at all getting full bars of 5G, which is why I'm really confused. Not to mention, the battery life is supposed to be really good, but on data, it's honestly only been alright and not as good as everyone is making out to be, although it is only week 1, so there's still some optimization by the phone to be done. That's not the only issue I'm facing though, as I'm facing a pretty serious camera issue that some of my other creator friends are facing too, and that's a selfie camera not working at all when trying to shoot in log. In the normal camera app, it just completely freezes the app so that nothing works anymore, and my favorite third-party app, Kino, it's just a black screen. Now, I use the iPhone quite a bit as a tool for content creation, so with the selfie camera not working for log video, that's also been a nuisance because now I can't use the phone for half the purpose I bought it for, which is just insane. But alright, this video has been so negative with my disappointing first week of the iPhone, but it's not all negative as there are some pretty sick upgrades which I've noticed. Continuing on with the selfie camera first, having that square sensor is absolutely awesome for taking photos, especially for how wide of a field of view it is and the fact that you don't need to flip the phone around for landscape photos. That'll definitely make vlogging much easier, being able to hold the phone more comfortably. And before I forget, center stage does work on video calls like WhatsApp 2, where it can crop and basically follow you around. The new 4x telephoto lens has also been such an amazing and welcome improvement, as in my opinion, it is a much more usable focal length compared to the tighter 5x zoom, and some of the shots that I've gotten out of this are just absolutely insane, and it's not even in RAW mode. The 8x zoom also seems to be really sharp as well, and I can't wait to test out portrait photos once I visit my hometown Toronto, as I don't have any friends in my current city to test out on. I also do like the camera app redesign quite a bit, as it's really easy to switch between different modes and also toggle between normal HEIC and ProRAW formats in the corner. And yeah, just off of initial impressions, I'm not really the biggest fan of liquid glass and the way it looks, not to mention it being really slow and laggy on my older devices like the 16 Pro Max, but I think it's something I'll eventually grow into, and I do notice some usability improvements like the search bar on the bottom and the settings for easy reach, and also a new share menu with larger icons that I quite like. And lastly, hardware wise, the design has honestly grown on me quite a bit, especially with this beautiful cosmic orange color, in which I don't care what people say, it's just such a beautiful color option, in which I'm biased because it's my second favorite color after blue. But after seeing all the colors in person at the Apple Store, I'm so glad I chose orange because the other colors are just absolutely boring, and the silver kind of looks off-putting with the glass portion being so white. And just a side note, those iPhone 17s look so good and are such great value that I'm seriously considering doing a review on those, so let me know down below if you want to see that. And of course, I will pick up an iPhone Air to review as well because it definitely impressed me holding it for the first time, and it's just such a marvel of engineering. Anyways, the new camera bump does definitely need some getting used to, being a full block of aluminum, but I also do really like the way the phone feels in the hand without a case, with the edges being so smooth that it's kind of nice even though it's a thicker phone this year. Love, love, love that the speaker holes are also symmetrical this year too, and I've got to say, the earpiece is so much louder this year. It makes playing music or watching content an even better experience, which I'm so happy for. The display also got brighter to 3000 nits now, which is honestly such a huge difference for visibility outdoors, not to mention the new vapor chamber doing its work so that the phone doesn't overheat and dim the display outdoors immediately, although it does still heat up quite a bit while charging, which is also much faster now, by the way. In the end, it's been sort of a mixed bag filled with disappointment and some positives, but again, it's only been the first week, so I hope I don't continue to have issues with this phone, so much so that I end up regretting spending so much to keep this phone over my 16 Pro Max. I'm still really excited to try out the regular iPhone 17 though, along with the iPhone Air, so definitely stay tuned for that. And also, let me know if you guys want a review on the new AirPods Pro 3 as well, in which I think it's definitely a step forwards and a step backwards at the same time, because while the ANC is absolutely out of the world, it's honestly less comfortable for me, so much so that my left ear canal is hurting and I can't wear earbuds right now anymore, not to mention the tuning of these earbuds being quite a bit of a downgrade in my opinion as a semi-audiophile. But anyways, that's it for this 1 week roller coaster of an experience with this phone, and I hope you enjoyed my very messy rambling about this phone, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below and I'll try my best to get back to you. Also, if you're still here watching, by the way, thank you so much, and make sure to leave a sunglasses emoji down below so I know you're a real one. Also, huge shout out to TORRAS again for sponsoring this video, and make sure to smash a like and subscribe button as always, and also check out my other awesome content too, in which again, stay tuned for all the upcoming iPhone coverage to come out. And on that note, have a great one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.